beautiful, and thank you for clicking on today's video. So today's video, as you saw by the title, is going to be a minimalist shoe collection and declutter, but we're going to be doing it a little bit vlog style today. I am in jammies, which as you all know means that today is not going to be a very polished video. So if you want to see one of my more polished videos, I'll leave a few linked in the description box down below, but today is going to be vlog style, which means I don't have a whole lot of control over the lighting. The sound may occasionally be closer or further away, but I promise you it will still be watchable and entertaining. So if you want a more polished video, go ahead and click, find one. I'll see you next time. If you like vlog style videos, you like declutters, and you like a little bit of chaos, let's go ahead and get started. So if you are a long-time subscriber of mine, you probably already know that I did a minimalist shoe collection video for Vlogmas. I guess it was a year ago since it's December now. But since that time, I've moved to a state where we have hold on, I'm just gonna close this so you can't peep where I live. Since doing that video, I have moved somewhere that has 4 very real seasons. I didn't exactly know what shoes to get, so I did a lot of trial and error. I've also helped friends declutter, and I've taken on their shoes because I thought I would use them and then I didn't. I've sold some shoes, I've brought in some shoes. The point is that over the last year, my collection has exploded to a point that is even more shoes than what I used to have in high school before I was even a minimalist. So today, I'm going to show them all to you and hopefully declutter some. I will say, living a eclectic life like I do, where I hike, but I also like dressing up girly, and I go ice skating, and all these other different activities, they do require different types of shoes, and I live somewhere with 4 very real seasons, but I still feel like it's way too much. So I'm gonna go around my house and collect all the shoes, and then we're gonna talk about them. So I'm putting a towel here in my living room, and I'm gonna go collect my shoes. I'm gonna start at the front door, and I need nobody watching this video to judge me, because sometimes, even when you live a minimalist life, you get abundance, which is something I'm very grateful for, and then you just have to deal with it. You can only control the flow in so much, and sometimes it flows in a little bit heavier than it should. So anybody else who's living a minimalist life and things accidentally explode, that's okay. That doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It's just maybe don't have it explode all the time. And I feel like I'm generally pretty good about not letting things explode, but this year, for whatever reason, shoes just totally exploded for me. Okay, next we're gonna grab the shoes from here. And I do include ice skates as shoes. So these will, oh, what the hell? Oh, that's to tighten my laces. Let's see what else. Like, are you kidding me? What even happened? You guys, it's even more than I thought. I need to get a second towel. So I just grabbed everything downstairs with exception of my water shoes that I only use when I'm going in water, so they're in my camping bag. Why I'm out of breath. Why am I always out of breath? Actually, this time I have an excuse. I have a sinus infection right now, so I'm allowed to be out of breath. But as I was saying, the reason that I have those water shoes stored away is because I know that I'm going to be keeping them. And there's no sense in digging them out. Okay, I'm gonna catch my breath and then I'll show you what's in my closet. So here I only have 2 pairs of shoes, luckily, but I also have these insoles, and I'll talk about those downstairs. Okay, I've even included my slippers. Walking down the stairs carefully. So I think this is everything, like I said, except for those water shoes, but those are like very specific and very niche, so I know I'm going to be keeping them. Okay, let's lay it all out. Holy crapola, you guys. Are you kidding me? What even happened? I used to have like 8 pairs of shoes in total, maybe even less, and now I have like a bazillion. Now this is part of the reason that I tell people it's better to control the flow in than to constantly be decluttering, for two reasons. Number one, once you own something, it's a lot harder to part with it because you have a use case for it, you have an attachment to it, it's familiar, etc. Additionally, it is more wasteful to constantly have things coming in and going out. So it's better to just kind of buy the right thing the first time and not continue buying. But this was a unique set of circumstances. So let's go ahead and start decluttering it together. Let's get started. Okay. I think I need one more towel for the pile of, maybe I can just, hold on. Let's just pile all of this up, who cares? Now, I have these Hunter shoe insoles, and I used to have like the sock ones too that would fold over these boots. I sold the sock ones because they made the boots a little bit too tight. But I still have the insoles because I wanted to see if they would work inside of these boots, which if you watched my last vlog where it was like a day in the life, these used to be riding boots of mine, and my old tall leather winter boots, they were going on like a decade plus, so it was time for them to kind of be retired. So I wanted to restore these at the cobbler and see that if I could use them for winter until these ones kind of bit the dust, and then buy a new pair, as opposed to selling these and then buying a new pair of winter boots. I wanted to try it out. And actually, we haven't had much snow yet, so I haven't really been able to test if these are good for winter. However, I have been wearing them all fall long, and they're very comfortable. So these are a definite keep. But I want to see if these can fit in here comfortably. So I'm going to go grab a pair of thinner socks, because right now I just have fuzzy socks on. Actually, maybe I will just test it with the thinner sock or fuzzy socks. So I'm going to test if these insoles work inside of these boots. Because if the insoles work, then I'm going to keep them. Otherwise, I'm going to sell them. Come on. The problem with so many shoes is that they're not that I have wide feet, but they're really narrow these days. So you add an insole and all of a sudden they're like impossible to put on. Ah! Ooh, I don't think it's gonna work, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna try it with no sock on, but I'm not gonna show you. Because the last time I put my feet on the internet, I got a lot of comments from men. And in that moment, I decided that I will no longer be showing my feet on the internet for free. So, it fits, but it's hard to tell because I don't have a sock on. So I'm going to do that at the end of the video. So the boots are a keep. And these are a maybe. Where did the other one go? Oh, there it is. So those are a maybe. I'm going to put this sock back on. Okay. Next, we have my Hunter rain boots, which I am going to try and sell. I had originally purchased these last year thinking that I could use them in the fall as rain boots, and then in the winter as snow boots if I sort of equipped them to be winterified, and they did not exactly work out. And while it might be good to have rain boots, I feel like these, when I seal them, are waterproof. So there's not really a need to have a whole other pair of rain boots because I don't work like on a farm or anything. If it's raining really bad, the most I'll be doing is like walking my dog. So these are gonna be pitched, and I think there might be something in them. Nope, there's not. So I'm gonna try and sell those because I bought them secondhand and I only wore them like 2 times. So Hunter, I know, is kind of like a popular brand, so I feel like I could probably sell those. Let's go ahead and do these. These are my only pair of heels. I used to have a nude pair of heels and a black pair of heels, but Honestly, since COVID, not wearing heels for like 2 years straight, maybe I wore them once in 2 years' time, I actually can't really wear heels anymore. My black heels were like 5.5 inches, and I used to be able to walk in those fine, but since not wearing them for 2 years, and then wearing them, I think it was like 2 or 3 months ago for an event, I realized that my feet don't have the tolerance for heels anymore. So this is the tallest I can go with a heel, which is 3.5 inches. So I may or may not purchase a black pair in the future. I don't really wear heels that often anymore because I don't work in corporate America anymore. So these I'm keeping for special events, and in the event that I need a black pair, I will buy a black pair at that time, but I'm not going to buy them preemptively. But if I do, they will be this size heel and no taller, because I'm getting closer to 30 and my feet have gotten too used to comfort. So I got rid of the black ones. On to my other pair of heels. These ones I love. I wear them a lot in the summer with dresses, and because they have that big chunky heel, they're actually quite comfortable. I've also worn these to more than one wedding, and I really, really enjoy these, so I'm going to keep them. Even though they're a heel, I wear them quite frequently, even for like running errands. I'll wear a summer dress and those heels, and it's really, really cute. Next is my ice skates, which are a definite keep, but I need to clean. I do figure skate, and I do like to wear my skates instead of rentals, so these are a keep. I feel like I'm not getting rid of very many, you guys. See, that's what I said earlier, is like once you own them and you've seen the outfits that you put with them, it's a lot more difficult to part ways because there's a use case for them, which is tricky. But going on to another pair that I'm definitely keeping are my New Balances. I wear these almost every day at the gym. These are my only sneaker. Actually, that's not true, but these are my only preferred sneaker, so these are a definite keep. Going on to a sneaker that I don't prefer, I have these. So these I got at Walmart. I don't remember what the reason was. It was like needed them in a pinch type situation, and they were like $8. And actually, they're quite cute on, and they're quite cute styled. But unfortunately, this back part here digs in to my heel, and it's not been something that I've been able to like break in the shoe and have that not happen. So if you can't walk in a shoe, they're pretty much not serving their only purpose in this world. So these I'm gonna part ways with, and hopefully somebody with like a different, you wanna know what? I think it's because I walk on my heels. So if somebody got these shoes and they didn't walk on their heels, they would be fine. And honestly, for the price, they're pretty well constructed. So I think these are gonna find a new home pretty quickly and hopefully get more love than what I'm able to give to them. So these are Gonzo. Next, we have my hiking boots. They're Timberland and they're waterproof. I posted a TikTok, again, probably like a year ago, but I was talking about how I only have my tennis shoes and I go hiking in my tennis shoes, and everybody in the comments was like, don't do that. You're gonna hurt your ankle. Your ankle's gonna dislocate from your body. So because I've been hiking a lot more, I decided to listen to that feedback, and instead of waiting for an ankle injury and then getting these, I decided to just get these. And they have been awesome. I highly recommend Timberland hiking boots. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, each of these items have a very specific use case. So it's not like I can just have these be my, I mean, you could have these be your everyday shoe in addition to your hiking boot, but it's not really my style. So it is what it is. I am regretting putting all of these shoes in a pile because now they're getting dirty. Okay, next I have these little flippy flops from Old Navy. I got these as shower sandals and then realized that I had shower sandals already. They were just hidden. So I kept the other shower sandals, and I'm going to part ways with these because they are not comfortable enough flip-flops to just be like flip-flops for every day. So these are gonna go to the thrift store. On the same vein of flip-flops, I have my rainbows. I love these flip-flops and they're really great beach shoes. However, I don't really wear flip-flops that often. I usually opt for either a flat, a heel, or like a sandal like this one. But they are really good for like casual. So these are a maybe. I'm gonna put them in the maybe pile. Next, I have my sandals. Now, these are the perfect sandal. They are the perfect nude color that goes with literally everything I wear in the summer. I was having such a trouble because I wear black in the summer, but I also wear lighter colors. And how most people solve that problem is they get a pair of black sandals and a pair of brown sandals. But I just wanted one pair of sandals. So I find that this nude color, if you're a skin tone similar to mine, or even if you're not, is really flattering with pretty much everything you could possibly wear in the summertime. However, these are starting to get a bit destroyed and they are very flat. And I am finding as I get older in age, not that I'm old, I'm not even 30 yet, but as I get older in age, my body has less tolerance for this type of a shoe. So I'm debating whether I should just wear them until they're dead and then upgrade, or if I should just do my body a favor and upgrade now. I think I'm going to do my body a favor, and come next summer, I will upgrade to a better pair of sandals, and I am going to pitch these for now. Next, I have these sandals. These were a free promotional item that I got at Victoria's Secret probably like 10 years ago, and I use these when I'm just running out of the house really quick to grab the mail or whatever. We don't wear shoes inside of our house, so when you need to run out really quick, these are a really good option, and I only ever use them for that, but that's what they're for. So they definitely are a needed item. Next, I have these little Ugg boots, which are the same purpose as those of just running out of the house, getting the mail, walking the dog, except these are for winter. So it feels kind of dumb to have these when, like, how hard is it to put on this type of a shoe? But I have used these so much. I've had friends come over and use them because their feet were cold when we were going on a walk or whatever. I've used them at the movie theaters when we do like a pajama movie type situation, my husband and I. So I do think that I want to keep these even though they are so very niche, because I mean, you can tell like they're well loved, even if I don't really go out with them very often. Okay, I am not doing that well, you guys. I'm really not, but that's okay. That's okay, we're gonna keep going. I am frozen because I like all of these shoes and I don't know what to do next. Okay, we'll do these because these are a definite keep. I wore them all summer long, probably even more than my sandals. In fact, I might not even repurchase another pair of sandals again because I really do prefer closed-toed shoes, I think even in the summertime. Because here's the thing, we don't wear shoes in the house because the bottom of your shoes are gross, and tracking that through your house is gross. I don't know why Americans are so comfortable doing that, but when you wear a sandal, your foot is not protected from the grossness. So I wear a sandal and then I have to come home and like wipe off and clean the bottom of my foot anyway, which is why I usually prefer to just wear closed-toed shoes. It's cleaner. So honestly, I might not ever buy a pair of sandals again. But that being said, these are a definite keep. I wear them all summer long. My main colors that I wear in my wardrobe are blue and red, and these go great with both of those colors. So those are gonna go. These are also red, and I absolutely love these shoes in concept. They are an almond shape. I don't like point toe shoes. I personally find them to be ugly. Everybody has a different style, but I find them ugly. I also have kind of big feet. Not really. I'm an 8.5, but I'm 5'7", so I guess it looks proportional, but when you add an extra like 2.5 inches with that point, it just looks like I'm walking around with flippers. So I love the almond, and I absolutely love this color red. This is my favorite color red. However, because these are cheap suede, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but they get scuffed if you just like look at them the wrong way. Especially when I'm driving, because your heel is touching the ground when you go like brakes and gas. And they don't look very nice. And I think because I don't work in corporate America anymore, these could pretty much be the use case whenever I would want these. Like if I'm wearing a dress, if I'm wearing pants, if I'm wearing shorts. I feel like these work. And if I ever need a fancier shoe, I can opt for these, which go with literally everything. So this is really hard because I like these shoes a lot, but I mean, I did just give like 10 reasons why it would be better to part with these. But they are very comfortable, and that's rare for flats. But they are flats, which isn't very good for your feet. I'm going to put these in the maybe. We'll come back. Okay, next. So, I have these shoes, and I actually just bought these shoes on Amazon. The reason is because I'm going to Russia soon with my husband. My husband's family is from Russia, and we're going to Russia to visit with them. However, I was going to wear these. And as much as these might be okay for a Midwest winter, Russia is a completely different beast, and I don't think they're going to be warm enough for Russia. These are not waterproof, and they're also ugly. No offense if you like Uggs. So I don't think that's a very good idea. So I was going to buy a pair of winter boots by Timberland, and I was going to use those and replace these, and then they were just going to be my winter and fall boot. However, what my husband told me is that the way St. Petersburg, Russia handles snow is they salt, like most states do. New York, I know, uses salt to dissolve the snow. And he said that no matter what pair of boots you bring, they will be destroyed in like 2.5 weeks. So I didn't want to buy a pair of $170 Timberlands only for them to last 2.5 weeks and then they look like crap. Because when I buy a $170 pair of shoes, I expect them to last a decade like my last pair of leather boots did. So I bought a cheaper, warmer, they're like the cheapest, warmest shoes I could get. So these were, I think, $45. They're fur lined and they're very warm. In fact, I wore them around here when it was about 30 degrees Fahrenheit 2 weeks ago, and my feet were sweating. So these are waterproof, super warm, and appropriate for Russia. And if they get totally wrecked up, I'm not that concerned because they were only $45 and not $170. So what I think I'm going to do is these are going to be my Russian winter shoes, because now that I have my Russian visa, we're probably going to go to Russia more often. So I think I'm going to leave these in Russia because they're warm enough, I think, I'll let you know, but they're warm enough for a Russian winter. They are waterproof, and if they get wrecked up and ugly, I'll just continue wearing them in Russia until they're like beaten down dead. Because, like I said, I don't necessarily care if my shoes look scuffed up or used, because that's sort of their purpose. But I'm not paying $170 for Timberlands only for them to be ruined in 2 weeks. So, oh, by the way, my state doesn't use salt for the snow, which is why if I were to buy a pair of shoes like that, they would last a long time where I currently live, which is what I'm hoping will be with these, and then I don't ever need to buy Timberlands. But if these don't work, I'll probably buy a pair of Timberlands and then sell these or something. But these I'm going to keep, but I will be leaving at my mother-in-law's house in Russia, assuming that they work. So that's that on that. So this is like a keep, but like a half keep, because they're not going to be staying in my house, and they're for a very specific type of situation. Don't judge me. Okay, thanks. I feel like I've been ranting for like 30 minutes. So if you guys, I do this in some of my vlogs, some of my declutters, but if you guys are still here and this declutter is giving you life, it's giving you motivation, it's giving you entertainment, please leave this in the comments below to let me know you're still here and that these videos have some sort of value to you. We have 4 pairs of shoes left, and I don't want to do that. I like all of these. Okay, let's move on to my Totoro shoes. So, these, as you can see, have holes at the bottom. But these are precious to me because I love the movie Totoro. My husband just recently saw it like a week and a half ago. But we have this fun, it's this fun thing that we do where I kind of annoy him with these shoes, where I'll like slap my foot on his desk and I'll go like this with the ears, and then he'll like punch my Totoro. I don't feel it because it's like really thick foam. Or like I'll step on his foot with the Totoro and then he'll step on Totoro. It doesn't sound very funny, but it is very funny. It's like a fun little way that I get to annoy the crap out of my husband. So I think I'm gonna keep these until they're like destroyed, or maybe when my puppy comes and destroys them. And then I don't think I'm gonna repurchase them because I'm not like a huge slipper person. I do tend to prefer socks, even when it's cold and wintry. So these are a keep, but I don't think they're gonna make it much more than this year, if I'm being honest with you. So there you go. Next, I have these. Love these in the summer, love these for travel, definite keep, easy. 2 more, and then I'll show you the final results. I might do a second pass, we'll see. Okay, I have a pair of black flats, and you might be thinking, yes, black flats, they go with everything, they're super easy. And I agree with you. I wear them with skinny jeans, I wear them with black slacks, I wear them with dresses, I wear them with shorts. But I'm thinking, I don't know. Because they do go with everything and I do like them. But I also feel like I have shoes that I would pick before this in every scenario. Like if I wanted to be really feminine, I would wear these in the summertime. These obviously don't work in the winter anymore where I live. I used to be able to wear them in the winter in California, but I don't live in California anymore. So if I wanted a fancier outfit, more feminine, I would do these. If I had to get really dressed up, I would do these. If I wanted something like a flat to go with my slacks or jeans, I would probably do these. If I needed something for fall or winter with my pants, I would do these. So, I mean, they're like the most versatile pair of shoes I own, but I also feel like I don't need them. They are the brand Clark's, which is a very high quality, comfortable brand, and I like how the sole is like cork as opposed to it just being like fluid black. I feel like that looks a little bit more expensive. I think that's what it is. I have this preconceived notion that I have to look expensive when I get dressed and like high class and high quality, but my reality, that's like my fantasy self. That's how I used to dress when I was in corporate America. I looked very expensive. I looked very put together. But the reality is my life now is very casual. So I don't think I need these. I don't know. I feel like nowadays I pick comfort and cute over professional and like super sleek and stylish. So I think I'm going to part ways with these, even though I really like them. Thank you. I don't know why that was so hard for me. You want to know what? I love filming my declutters because it holds me far more accountable than when I do it on my own. So thank you for being here. I really appreciate you, and I hope I am as helpful to you as you are to me. Okay, last pair. I sought these out. Keds, I like Keds for my flat shoes because they have a little bit of like an arch support insole situation, and they're a little bit wider, like the slightest, littlest bit wider than a Van. So I had a gray pair of Vans a really long time ago. I guess it was about a year ago. That were sort of my go-to everything, and then they died. And I sought these out. Keds doesn't make olive green shoes anymore, so I had to buy these secondhand on ThreadUp, and they do go with like everything. Let's see, what do I have for summer? I feel like these are a really good option because these go with almost everything, but there's sometimes days where I'm wearing all neutrals, and then this is really kind of the move. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm either going to keep these or these. I don't need both. So give me a second. Yeah, okay. These I'm taking out of my maybe pile and putting in the like goodbye pile. Gone. These I'm going to keep. Well, actually these, no, yeah, I'm going to keep these. I might declutter them after next summer, we'll see, but I think this is my keep and donate pile. Give me just a second, I'm going to organize it, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so here's the shoes that I'm keeping, but I don't feel too bad about it because let me explain. We have 1, 2, 3 that are very specific use cases, and they all need to be their own sort of a shoe. We have 2 that are pretty much just for running out of the house, so they're not even really part of like my shoe wardrobe. We have 1 pair that is going to be leaving the country and then staying in that country. And then addition to that, we have 1, I did decide to keep the sandals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I don't think that someone who lives sort of a life like mine, I don't think that that's too bad. Please don't judge me, just agree with me in the comments. Thank you very much. Now, going on to what I got rid of, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did decide to get rid of those insoles, so 5.5, 6.5, and that's what I'm going to be getting rid of. Let me know if you liked the video by giving a like to the video or commenting down below. Thank you so much for watching, and if you made it to this point, you are a superstar, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!